So good morning and welcome to the InfoChip Support Weekly webinar. This week we are going to be covering working with prefills and asset templates in IC Online as well as the mobile app. Just a little bit about the support department. We have Christian Lowe, who is our technical support manager as well as the onboarding specialist. He's been with InfoChip for over 8 years now. My name is Matt Clarkson. I'm the technical support analyst, and I've actually been with InfoChip for just over 4 years now. So today we are going to be covering creating and managing prefills through the web app, and then utilizing prefills on IC Online and IC Mobile. So we're just going to jump right in. So what you're going to do when you're working with your prefills, so your prefills are part numbers or asset descriptions that you select when you're creating an asset that will automatically fill in the information for that piece of equipment under a specific category. So the biggest reason that we push entering in prefills so much is because it really speeds up your data entry process. All you have to do is click on a description of an asset or a specific part number, it'll automatically fill in all of the relevant attributes for you, and you can move forward without having to type in everything individually. So we're going to get started by creating a prefill in one of our categories. So if we go under admin maintenance and then go to our prefill part number option, this is going to give us our prefills menu. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select the category that we want to work with. So you just click the drop-down menu here, then expand your category tree down to select which category you want to work with. So today we're going to build it under a single leg wire rope sling. So if we look under our prefills, I have nothing in there right now. So what we're going to do is start by clicking Add New. And so what it's going to ask for is it's going to ask for our new prefill, so our part number. So we're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Part name. So we're going to call this 1/4 inch by, and you can kind of leave a couple spaces there. I always like, if we're working with chain slings or anything that has a length, just kind of leave a couple of spaces there. That way, if the only thing you have to do is edit your description, you can just put your description right where those spaces are. And we're just going to say wire rope sling. And our description is going to be the same. And then from there, we're just going to enter in our attribute values that we want to pre-fill on our piece of equipment. So start with manufacturer, just go with InfoChip. Our model number is going to be an IC 229-4. Data manufacturer will leave blank because obviously this is going to change. Our core, we're just going to say steel. Wire rope diameter is going to be 1/4 inch. Length, obviously this is going to change. Top end fitting, we'll just put grab hook. Same for our bottom end fitting. Finish self-colored. Instruction, let's say 5:1. And then we could fill in our capacities. Obviously, I don't know any of the capacities, but basically the rule of thumb is fill in as much information as you can. That's going to automatically get entered into the asset attribute field. But if there's things that change, such as your length, for example, or your data manufacturer, obviously you're not going to pre-fill these here because those will constantly change. And then down at the bottom here, we've got two options for asset images and asset diagrams. So what we can do is we can actually upload an asset image that if you create the asset in the online platform will automatically get applied, or an asset diagram. So if you're working with, this is mainly used for fracturing clients, they'll upload diagrams of particular valves or particular pieces of pipe with their measurements identified at each point. Then once we're done creating our prefill, we just want to hit save up at the top. It's going to give us that our save was successful. And then we can move along to creating another prefill if we want. So we can click the add new and start working on our next prefill. If you need to make any changes to a prefill, what you can do is you can select the category like we did before. So we're just going to go under sling, chain sling, single leg chain sling. I should have a prefill under here. So I'm going to take this chain sling here, look at my information that I have pre-filled in here. So let's say I need to change my design factors of 5:1. Chain diameter, let's say 1/4 inch. And then once I'm done making my changes, I can just hit save up at the top. And it's going to update that prefill that I was working with. So let's see what this looks like in action. So now if I'm going to go and create an asset, so I'm going to go under assets, go to new asset. So the first thing I would do is enter my asset number. So we're going to say IC-03-2018. Copy that to my serial number. Now I'm going to select my category. So let's go and use that wire rope prefill that we just created. Sling, wire rope sling, single leg wire rope sling. And now I'm going to choose my prefill under this dropdown. It's going to automatically fill in my description and automatically fill in those attributes that I had filled in on my prefill before. And so now I just go along with the rest of my create process. So I'm just going to choose customer I want to assign it to, the location it's going to, make any changes to my periodic inspection or certification details, add any attachments that I may need to add. And when I'm done, I'm just going to click save up at the top. And I'm finished. There's my asset right up at the top. So again, it makes your life a lot easier using these prefills because you're not going through and manually typing through so many attributes. You can just go select the description of the asset. It'll prefill all of your information and automatically add that to the asset. So then you're able to move on to your next asset much more quickly. So the last thing we're going to do here is we're just going to take a look at the mobile app quick. So I'm just going to pause the recording for a minute and we're going to switch networks and I'm going to pull up my phone on the computer here. Alrighty, so now that we have the mobile app pulled up here, what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to do is, because we made changes on the website, we're going to go ahead and sync our device. So I'm just going to tap the sync icon up at the top there. Wait for this to run through so that it downloads those new prefills. Alrighty, so once our sync is complete, I'm going to go back to the assets screen now. Now I'm just going to do the same thing that I did in the online, but just on the mobile. So I'm going to go create an asset, enter in my information, so IC-0503 2018. We'll go -1 so we don't create duplicates. Now we're going to select our category. So I'm just going to search for single leg. So there's my single leg wire rope sling. Select that. Now under my prefills, we can see that new prefill that we created in the online platform. So same thing, we're just going to tap on that to select it. It's going to apply all of our prefill data. Then we can kind of scroll through and finish this. So I've got my owner selected. I'm going to select the location it's going to. Scroll through, enter in my in-service date or expiry date if I need to. Look through my attributes, make any changes I need to. So we'll say that this is 50 feet. I can also change that in my description as well. Scroll all the way through, take a picture if I need to, add any attachments, make sure that my periodic certification and inspection schedules are set. If I need to fill a form after, I can check that box. And then when I'm done, I'm just going to hit save up at the top. Saves my asset, and then it's ready to be synced up once we're done our work on the mobile app. So prefills are extremely simple to use. It is a little bit time consuming to get them into the system. However, it is extremely important, and if you do the work on the back end, once you're ready to go and up and running with people out in the field, it makes your life a whole lot easier, especially using those prefills out in the field. At your desktop installations for any test bench users, or if you're just entering in data in the online platform, it'll speed you up there as well. So I'm going to stop the recording now.